That's really cool. We like that. Good morning, Wareham. It is Monday, December 23rd, and we have a great show for you here. The news headlines, the weather report, today in history, everything's here. All today. Today is a very special episode of Good Morning Wareham, as you know, Christmas is coming up, and this is the Christmas special. I know this is normally Queen's job, but we decided to give her the day off to help her prepare for the holidays and her big trip. So I'll be taking over. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Jesse Ruiz, and I am one of the many directors of the morning show you've seen this year. Today we're going to switch a few things up, but don't worry, we won't deviate too far from the norm. Coming up, we have news, traffic, weather, today in history, wonderful medicine, and some brand new stuff too that we don't even know about. We got to fill an hour worth of television. That stuff's hard. So sit back, relax, grab a coffee and a bagel, and enjoy the show. But first, I would like to take a moment to thank our boys at Not Your Average Antiques, an antique shop down on Cranberry Highway in East Wareham, for donating all the props you've seen on the Good Morning Wareham set in 2019. So stay tuned, because the weather, traffic, and news headlines are coming up next. To this camera today. I can't even read the teleprompter if we go over here. For our first story today, there we go. I got a little jokesters over there in the studio today. For our first story of the today, Wareham has received a brand new gift this holiday season, and that is a brand new Wendy's opening up in West Wareham, now sharing the plaza on Toby Road with Aldi's, Mattress Firm, and AutoZone. Wendy's brings an updated interior to the fast food game. After news from earlier this August came out about the original Wendy's, I thought we'd never get a new one, let alone one that's actually open past 8 o'clock. I really hope these laugh tracks work, because that was great. Former district manager Keith Helger stated earlier this year that Wareham had little to no talent pool to hire from, and that most candidates were recovering addicts. And well, if 1 week at this new Wendy's has taught me anything, is that Keith really dropped the ball on this hot take. Taken from someone in the food delivery industry, this new Wendy's is the real deal. In our next story of the day, the Christine Roger Christmas Spectacular was not a disaster this year. We're getting a lot of cheers out there from the people in the back, and that's really important. You guys don't have any idea what we go through sometimes. This past Thursday, children from around Wareham met in our very own studio for the annual Christine Roger Christmas Spectacular. Toys are donated by businesses and members of the community to be given out to the good boys and girls by the one and only St. Nicholas himself. With tons of donations from the community, as well as an abundance of help from many new volunteers rather, children received multiple gifts from Santa, including our very own Russian friend, Nadia Kritnikova. Nadia, stay warm out there in Russia. Wareham Week has reported this week that Frozen, yes, Frozen is coming to Wareham in 2020. The Wareham High School class of 2022 will be hosting a screening of Frozen on Friday, January 3rd from 5 to 8 p.m. in the Wareham High School auditorium. Anna and Elsa will be at the event and are available for photos. I remember meeting Dora actually last November in Chicago, and I can tell you from experience, totally worth your time, totally worth going out of the way for. All of the proceeds of this event will be given to the class of 2022, and as a former class president myself, I can tell you that the adults in charge won't leave these kids alone until they raise enough money, so please go help them out by watching Frozen again, because you know that you have to give yourself a quick reminder of the plot before you go see Frozen 2 yourself. And finally, for today's news, Good Morning Wareham will be taking a hiatus throughout the month of January for live programming. So I'm sorry, but this will be the last face that you see until February. I'm sorry about that too. Wait, who wrote that? That's mean, guys. As Queen returns home to Tanzania, we will be taking a break, a much needed break rather, from the daily grind that comes with doing Good Morning Wareham. However, in 2020, we can promise you all that we will return better than ever, and I promise I'll stop making mistakes on the graphics. Believe me, it's really hard sometimes. It's more than just pressing a couple buttons. And that's for all for today's news headlines. So now we're going to take a look at the weather. Welcome to weather. Now that since today is our final show until 2020, we'll be giving you guys the weather all the way up until New Year's Eve. Of course, we'd love to go farther than that, but we all know our computers are programmed to reach past Y2020K. Yeah, that was bad. I'll take credit for that bad joke. Anyways, today is a beautiful sunny day with the highs in 48 and a low of 33. It's going to be perfect non-December weather. It's getting right back to the good old days. We already got our snowstorms out of the way, so we can go back to some 48-degree shorts weather. Tomorrow will also be just as sunny as it was today. Yeah, I wrote that really weird in here. Highs of 43 and low of 30 heading into Christmas Day. And speaking of one of the greatest days of the year, we will be seeing clouds throughout the day, but no signs of rain, thank the Lord. Highs of 42 and a low of 33 on Jesus' birthday. Finally, on New Year's Eve, once again, it'll be partly cloudy, so I didn't have to change the little graphic up there. And it'll be, once again, yeah, partly cloudy, I already said that, with a high of 36 and a low of 26, ringing in the new year with some pretty decent weather. And that's all for the weather today. Now, on to our least known segment on the morning show that still exists, traffic. We've hit the point in the year where traffic is going to be just about everywhere. It's going to suck no matter where you go. That's just the matter of fact. Whether you're trying to get to Grandma's house for Christmas Eve, rushing to the store to grab those last-minute gifts, or just driving around because it's your job like it is for mine, just be prepared for some slowdowns in the most congested areas of town at the most inconvenient times of day. That's how it is, you know. But don't worry, it'll all be over soon. And please, from everyone here at WCTV, please be safe around New Year's. I know it's a fun time of year to celebrate with your friends. It's great, I know. But it's also the scariest night of the year on the roads. If you're drunk, just crash on the couch and try again in the morning. And if you have to leave after the clock strikes midnight, please be extra cautious out there on the roads. We want everyone to get home safely, and we don't want to have Queen have to make any reports on local tragedies when she comes back in February. So please, Wareham, stay safe out there this year. And after saying that, we're going to go to our first segment of the day, a new episode of Wonderful Medicine with our resident PhD, Noah Wumboldt. So stay with us right after the break. We'll be back with Wonderful Medicine. morning, Wareham. Welcome back to our first segment of today, and that is a new installment of Wonderful Medicine. Today I am joined by our resident PhD in office, Noah Wumbold. Noah, hi.
How's it going, everybody?
We forgot to give you the coat, didn't we?
No, I did this on purpose. It's the festive days, and I'm off from the lab work life, so
That's true.
Here.
The semester's finally over.
Yeah.
We finally have you back on the show. So, what did you bring to us today? What gift of science and knowledge are you going to bestow upon the good people of Wareham?
One big Christmas tradition, maybe I think not for you, but for a lot of people around the world, especially here in the United States of America, is watching NBA basketball on Christmas. I know you're a bit against the sports players working on the holidays, but nevertheless, they're still going to be there. I just wanted to bring up injuries.
Oh,
across the NBA specifically, because there's been a lot this season. The Celtics have been plagued by the injury bug for a while now. Currently, Marcus Smart has a double eye infection. I don't even know how that's possible, but he's been out for a week or so. Gordon Hayward, he broke his pinky, I think, a month ago. He came back, played like 2 or 3 games. Now he's out with a messed up foot. Robert Williams, and Michael Poirier. I think Michael Poirier.
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. It's French.
For the Celtics are also out.
Wow.
And that's just the Celtics.
That's just the Celtics.
We've got major marquee players. Steph Curry, he's been out. And so has Klay Thompson. So the Warriors are actually in last place right now, just in case you were unaware. The team that went to the NBA Finals 5 times in a row, now KO'd. They're like 5-20 or something.
They're donezo.
We have even people like Luka Doncic have been injured lately.
The best player in the NBA?
Yeah, don't drop too many hot takes. We might burn the house down, Jesse.
Hey, that's us. Over there.
Who else? We have Kevin Durant, another part of that Warriors team from last year that got banged up. Led to the Raptors winning it all last year, of course. Not to take anything away from them, but
no, it was a necessary thing to happen for the greater good of the NBA.
This list says Blake Griffin has the flu, so get your shots, everybody.
Does he still play?
Oh yeah, he's played for the Detroit Pistons.
I would not have known.
But so does Derrick Rose.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's a good squad if you think about like the names and stuff, but obviously they're all past their prime, unfortunately. But Blake Griffin still has stuff he brings to the table, and Derrick Rose goes off every once in a while. You see, I think he had a game winner a few weeks ago.
I love watching Derrick Rose play in 2019. It's great.
Who doesn't?
And it's not a joke. It's just fun. It's fun to watch him come back.
Yeah, it's like watching D Wade go off every once in a while. Kobe in his last years, in their last years, I should say. Carmelo Anthony, he's got a knee problem right now, but he's back in the league after having a bit of a hiatus. Of course, the Rockets signed him last year for about a week or 2. They let him go. Now he's on the Trailblazers, so he's trying to bring some veteran support to that team.
And he was the Player of the Week about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so
for the Western Conference, which is wild because nobody even knew he could still play basketball.
It's good. He's not like he's too old or anything. So, and then another big name, John Wall. He's been out for like a year and a half, I think, with an Achilles injury. Don't
miss him.
So, well, after the Celtics Wizards rivalry that didn't really, the rivalry that lasted 1 year, there was some animosity, I guess, towards John Wall around these parts, but we wish him the best, of course. We want him to come back and play.
Not really. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So, I think that's it for my injury report, Jesse.
That's the injury medical report for Christmas Day.
How have you been on the injury side of things?
On the injury side of things, pretty good physically. Nothing really.
Nothing nagging you?
No, my spirits are broken, and probably a fractured will to keep going. But that's what are you gonna do? It's the holiday season. It's December. It's seasonal. You understand. So let's talk about a real problem that comes around this time during the holiday season, and that is obesity.
Oh yeah.
That was the end of my sentence. It was obesity. Santa. Does he promote obesity?
I don't know if he promotes it. I think he just is.
Okay.
Santa, you can't judge them. You can't hate somebody because they're obese or anything. That's not right.
No, I
but you got to keep
agree.
in mind, what's good for you. Like, keep in mind what's healthy, how much you should eat. Lord knows I don't have any problem stopping myself eating on Thanksgiving or Merry Christmas or my birthday or my dad's birthday or New Year's or my sister's birthday right after. So it's not like I'm eating constantly. Oh yeah, and finals, I stress ate all the freaking. I ate probably so many cookies.
that
I don't
happens
even know how
about
to
twice
say.
a year. Don't even get me started on midterms.
Yeah, but yeah,
Oh,
it's
man.
important to make sure you keep yourself in check.
Mm.
Body weight, like people bring up BMI and stuff all the time. That's not really a big deal, to be honest. It's like a good scale, I guess, but BMI is not really some way to completely measure health.
Yeah, I know Dr. Bob over at Wareham Pediatrics is pretty hype on the BMI stuff, but I think we've all learned that that's not a hoax, but...
Yeah, it's not a hoax, because it obviously has its merits, but it doesn't take into account, like, muscle versus fat. So if you're like a muscular 250, it's different than if you're a couch potato 250. It's like...
Like me. Where's camera
a
two?
muscular
Camera
250.
Two? A muscular... Ah.
That was not a joke.
That was...
Laugh, audience, what are you laughing at?
Yeah, I got really strong stomach muscles, so can't really see them on the outside. But
so I want to ask you a question.
Sure.
How have you been door dashing?
How have I been door dashing?
How have you been? How have you been doing it?
It's been a good time, I'd have to say.
Do you think that promotes obesity?
I think
you're making people not move.
I think it promotes more
you're bringing them food.
than anything.
Yeah.
As a door dasher, of course, I've used the app just to see what's on the other side of things, and what you're paying in fees.
Well, I don't know if you should say something because you're kind of hurting your business.
I'm just saying, as a person, what you're paying in fees is wild. So you got to be a
Yeah.
whole new form. You got to really want the food to not have to pay that much to not go out and get it. I mean, again, that's just my personal opinion. Like, I went and tried to get some Barnacle Bills, and it was going to cost me $22 for a fish and chips meal. So instead, I went and paid $13 for it, drove myself. But that's why it's my job. It's because I don't mind driving around and doing that stuff.
So I think, I don't know, as a third party here, I think a lot of what you deliver is fast food.
It is a lot of fast food. Sometimes it's how many times I can go to Wendy's in one night.
Yeah.
Or in a row. The record is 4. I'm on this camera. Yeah, the record's 4. So for those of you keeping track at home, 4 times in a row.
That
in 1 hour.
In 1 hour.
Yeah.
Wendy's and the BBC, the British Beer Company, they seem to be the biggest.
Yeah,
biggest
British Beer
takers.
Company is pretty good though, as far as like health wise.
Really?
So,
okay. I don't think I've had there. So.
They got like pizza and salads and like certain like things that are like a lot less greasy and stuff as far as that. But like Five Guys, you just get a bag that's just a little soaked.
Yeah.
To once you get to the place.
You might as well put that in the pool before you start eating it. That's some wet. Those are wet fries there, but they're still good.
Yeah. The other day I delivered for Chick-fil-A down in Hyannis, and it was like getting a little moist up in that bag.
Yeah.
And I don't care. I'll use that word all day and night.
I accidentally got stuck in the Chick-fil-A parking lot the other day.
Really?
I almost didn't make it out alive.
No, I get it.
There was so many people. It was like 5 p.m.
Was it Plymouth?
Yeah. I was trying to leave, but I had to turn around. Ugh, I hate that place.
That's what happens, you know. But speaking of deliveries, of course, we got to plug our own stuff here now that we have the platform to do so. It's wild. A brand new episode of our podcast. Which camera are we on? You gotta, Jason. You gotta pick a camera, brother. I don't know which one I'm looking at.
For 4 months, you forget how to do everything.
Guys, of course, our podcast, the Delivery Boys podcast, a new episode just dropped 19 minutes ago on Spotify, YouTube, not yet, but mostly just Spotify, Radio Public, and Google Podcasts. So take a listen to us. We sit down with our friend Mac, and we talk about Christmas stuff. We talk about horror games, so I guess it's a little bit of Halloween, October stuff.
It's just all around a good time.
It is, we just hang out, you know? So that's up on Spotify if you want to check us out right now. That's Spotify with 1 T.
And 1 F. 1 Y.
Yeah, 1 Y. So yeah, So what do you got? What do you got planned for Christmas?
For Christmas, tomorrow is Christmas Eve, right? So
Yeah, it's
okay,
Christmas Eve.
it gets very
It's all the
cluttered around
days are
these
kind
times
of
of year.
jumbling together.
So tomorrow I'm giving Jayla her gift, which I can't say live on television
Ooh.
because I know she's watching.
Jayla.
Just kidding, she's probably asleep still.
Yeah, I don't want anybody awake at this morning.
But anyway,
This time of morning.
we're gonna exchange gifts and stuff, and we go to like her grandparents' house, I think, and then Christmas Day I go to my grandparents' house. Amelia, my little sister's gonna have a lot of fun opening the presents after Santa comes Christmas Eve. So
Nice.
it's exciting days for everybody.
That's fun. That's great.
And I don't know if you plugged it yet, but I've been working on a Good Morning Wareham wrap-up. So we're going to get highlights of all the Good Morning episodes that we've had, put together good stuff, good segments. I'm going to stretch it out through a few different episodes, I think. So it won't just be one thing.
Right.
We'll, instead of having the live shows, we'll put in some of these highlight episodes throughout January while Queen is on her time and effort.
No, I didn't. I didn't plug it specifically because you describe it better than I do. But I did say that we are taking a live hiatus.
Yes. So
So
still keep checking in. You can get some of the best moments that happened.
we're doing some tape shows for a bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move back to my spot over here. Give you some room to breathe. But no, this is great. I love it when everyone's home. All my friends are home for the holidays. I have some friends. We have a friend who flew out last night to be with us today.
Yeah.
There he is. Of course, it's one of our old producers, Jason. And then, of course, we have a couple friends coming in tonight, a couple friends coming in later in the week.
Yeah.
It's a great time. Who are you most excited to see this holiday season?
I'm excited to see Jesus Christ's Spirit inside of my heart and the hearts of others. Because I can't really choose a favorite amongst my friends. That's not too right.
I'm very hurt.
Oh, I'm sorry I chose Jesus over you, Jason. Jeez. Give me a break.
Well, it's weird. You would have expected that answer from me.
Yeah, I had to take it,
Mine's
sorry.
G. Really excited to see G. Allen Perry back.
Not to throw anything upon him, but a
I
fancy party
understand
would be
that
awesome.
one, Jesse.
No, that one makes sense.
Yeah.
But thanks for taking the Christian high road for me. It's normally my job, but I'm glad somebody else did it for me. Well, thank you for being on the show today.
Yes. My pleasure.
Thank you for being on.
Thank you for having me.
Camera 4. So that was Wonderful Medicine with our resident what does PhD stand for?
Philharmonic Director.
Our residential Philharmonic Director, Noah Wombolt. One of our favorite segments to bring up. Normally he's taped in studio, shown later, but we love to get him in live and to talk about some really cool, sciencey, nerdy things. He's a big, giant nerd boy, but he's going to make more money than all of us combined. So it's fine. Guys, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to show a couple of ads, and when we come back, we're going to go to This Day in History. Hello, and welcome back to Good Morning Wareham. Thanks for joining with us today. We're broadcasting live from our WCTV studio live in Wareham, Massachusetts. This is Gooding Wareham. Dang, Queen, you gotta type these scripts out. We're literally copy and pasting these scripts. Gooding Wareham, your only source for local news, weather, traffic, and information. And now, a moment in history. Let's take a look at where we were today in history. December 23rd. That's today, in case you haven't looked at a date yet. On this day in art history, Vincent van Gogh chopped his ear off in 1888. Battling with depression, the famous artist took a razor to his left ear and cut it while he was staying in France. He documented the incident with the famous painting Self-Portrait with Bandaged Ear. What happened to the ear? Well, Vincent van Gogh wrapped it up and gave it to a prostitute. Wow, I did not know she was a prostitute. Van Gogh's depression continued to torment him for the next 2 years until he committed suicide in 1890. Some people have depression, they cut their ears off. When I have depression, I take long walks on the beach. That's not a joke, that's serious. I spend a lot of time on the beach. On this day in hoax history, Balloon Boy's parents were sentenced to prison in 2009. This infamous incident followed the Heen family when they thought their son was trapped in a homemade aircraft that the father, Richard Henney, had made. The country watched as the large balloon flew for 50 miles. When officials finally got a hold of the balloon, it was found to be empty. People thought that the 6-year-old boy, Falcon, had fallen out, so a huge ground search was sent out. It turns out that Falcon was at home the whole time. Subsequent interviews with the family made it obvious that the family set the whole thing up for media attention. The father was sent to 90 days in jail while the wife was sentenced to 20. On this day in flight history, the Voyager aircraft finished its mission around the globe in 1986. The aircraft flew for over 9 days, traveling around the Earth without refueling once. The plane was flown by Dick Rutten and Jenna Yeager and flew a total of 25,012 miles before landing safely at an Air Force base in California. The Voyager can be seen today at the National Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C. And for today's birthday shout-out goes to JC himself, Baby Jesus, who is hundreds of millions of people celebrating his special day throughout the globe. On this Wednesday. Though we celebrate his birthday on December 25th, the actual birth date of Jesus is not known. It's somewhere actually in September, which is weird that we celebrate it out here. But regardless, we here at WCTV hope you all have a Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season. And with that, that was Today in History segment. To learn more about cool historical facts, please go online to history.com. Wow. Sorry, it's just so much reading. It's not a lot what I've been used to since being out of school. Coming up next, we're going to take a look at one of the highest viewed segments that we've ever produced here for Good Morning Wareham. And we're talking about our favorite, the Elmo tree. Take a look, guys.
So I'm here today with Rob. Rob, tell us where we are and what we're going to be doing.
Right, we're in Milestone State Forest, I believe. We're in Carver. I'm not sure. It straddles Carver and Plymouth. We are going to hike down one of the paved trails, a bicycle trail, and then take a dirt trail down through the woods to an area which I've come upon, which is very curious. It seems like a shrine of some sort to the Muppet Elmo.
Yes. So we are with Rob, who has found what people could say a portal towards Elmo's world. So follow us. This is going to be my first time to see it as well. So how often do you normally come to this trail?
This one in particular, probably been here a half a dozen times, but I spend a lot of time in the park. I just go to many different areas. This was just peculiar, so I thought it was neat to look at it.
Okay.
We're gonna down here. I think I'll go first.
You go first.
I would normally let the lady go first.
I have no clue where I'm going.
You know, see him and then.
Yes.
And these areas, you know, it's good for wildlife, it's good for the flowers, it's good for the birds. That's just unofficially marked trail. They put a blue blaze along the way so that you know you're on a marked path. Now, I don't have one with me, but there are trail maps and you can match it up to give you an idea of where you are. You know, for the average person, it's simpler that way than.
All right.
I'll put it this way: it's you can get lost, I suppose.
What happened?
Stop right now.
Oh my God! We are here.
Do you see it?
I see it. I was like, what is going on with that tree? All right, so we are here, right?
Right. We are here. It is over my left shoulder.
So when you first got here, last week, right?
That was Monday, yes.
Okay, and you kind of saw it from far away. What did you think?
Well, it just looked unnatural, a little odd,
Yes.
and I had to get a closer look, so I did.
Oh my God. What is this?
I don't know what this is. What do you think?
Well, it seems that some of them have been here for a while now, right?
Well, yes, some of them are quite weathered. This one here, with like the snorkel fins on, looks fairly new. So I feel that someone or some people occasionally come by and add to it. I mean, obviously it means something to someone, individuals, or group of people, and it seems to be a thing that they've focused on specifically doing. I don't think the average person is walking through the woods with an Elmo doll. So this is a directed effort, right? Somehow.
So here we are at the Elmo Shrine, but the question still remains, why and who is behind this mystery? Could this be a portal to Elmo's world? Reporting for Miles Standish State Forest, I am Queen Banda of WCTV.
We here at WCTV have been trying to follow up since the beginning of that interview by going back to the tree to checking, and of course, we found some of the weirdest things that more and more almost keep to be popping up, even after the park rangers seem to take them down. We still don't know who's involved in all this, but we will keep you guys updated as we continue to cover the Elmo tree, and what has been our most popular segment wildly has turned into something even bigger than that. It's crazy. We're going to take a quick break before we get into our featured program of the day. So we're going to run a few ads and we'll be back in about 3 minutes. So use this now as your bathroom break. We'll be right back.
Are you tired of having to send money for your Office 365 subscription? Are you looking for other programs that you don't have to pay for? Here are a couple of solutions to some open source programs that you might want to check out. If you want a few great alternatives to Microsoft Office, try Apache OpenOffice or LibreOffice. Both are fantastic alternatives. Keep in mind that if you still need to create a Microsoft Word, or Excel document, both are able to save files in the right formats. Another popular replacement for Microsoft Office is my personal favorite, Docs, which you can use free if you have a Gmail account. You can also use Google Slides for spreadsheets and Slides for slideshows, while saving files is easy if you use your Google Drive. If you're in the market for a new photo editing program, try Paint.net, which is completely free. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles that Photoshop has, but it can still do basic photo editing, adjusting, and airbrushing. Another nifty program to try out if you're into sound editing is Audacity, which you can use on either a Windows or a Macintosh computer. Just search for Paint.net or Audacity on Google, and you can download both for free. If you're interested in learning about the basics of Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, and organizing files, come to our free intermediate computer classes, which will run on September 5th, September 12th, and September 19th next month at 1:30 p.m. on Thursdays here at the main library. You can also check out our website to find out more about our basic computer skills classes. If you have any questions or would like to register for any of these classes, you can contact me at the library at smiller@salesinc.org, or you can call my extension at 508-295-2343, extension 1012. Thank you for joining me on this week's episode of Checkout of the Week from the Wareham Free Library.
Good morning, Wareham, and welcome to the Weekly Spot, where we talk about all things Wareham, ranging from baseball games, concerts, and much more. Today is Friday, June 14th, and this past week we had several exciting events occur, including the 8th grade promotion ceremony last Wednesday, the preschool graduation ceremony on Tuesday.
Wow, that's a blast from the past, am I right? June 14th. Where were you on June 14th? Anyways, guys, coming up next is our feature presentation of the day. We here at... What? We're on a bird break?
The file is not compatible.
Wait, what's not compatible?
I think it's the file size or the format of it.
Hey guys, we're going to take another quick break, and we'll be right back with today's feature presentation. Hey guys, welcome back to Good Morning Wareham. Of course, technical difficulties plague everybody. They are not unique or exclusive to Queen. They're happened to me too. You know, nobody's perfect. Unfortunately, our video that we had planned for you guys is not going to be able to work out today, but
Sadly.
you can always view it on youtube.com under the Jesse Ruiz Show Christmas Special. It would be we're going to show the 2018 one, but while you're there, you can check out all 3 of them. They're some of the best content that we've ever made. And, you know, I'll just say something on it real quick because I had some stuff prepared. It's one of my favorite part of the holidays is making videos with these guys, all my friends. Every year we'd make a brand new Christmas special and air it live on Christmas Eve. And, you know, sometimes it would be stressful just getting down to crunch time, but it was some of the best days of, you know, every holiday break, of every holiday season with my friends. And unfortunately, a number of our group members have been moving away, spending time elsewhere, just been getting busy with finals, and we didn't get to make one this year. But, you know, I still treasure the memories that we've had making them in the past. Some of my favorite times, some of my favorite videos that I even show to other people today. So that's all that I had planned. That's all the sappy part. Today, instead, you're going to be getting an interview with our long estranged producer, one of actually the original producers,
Yeah.
Jason Ellis. Jason, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. It's my first time on the show ever.
Really?
Well, I'm sure like I've had to like run in like and tell Queen that something's wrong. And that might have been caught on camera, but no, other than that, it's my first time on the show.
I would have thought you didn't have like any segments whatsoever.
No, I wanted Queen to interview me before I left for Florida, and she said she would, but then she was like, nah, psych. But
Queen, am I right?
yeah.
This is not an
She's not even
anti-Queen
here today.
show. Just remember that. This is just
Yeah, she's at home.
we are unbiased reporters.
Yeah.
Just saying how it is. But welcome back. How was Florida for the semester?
It's been good, yeah. For those that don't know, oh wait, I did have a segment actually. I had a weather segment for the hurricane that I recorded.
That's right. You did do that.
But for those that don't know me or what I've been up to, I go to school down in Winter Park, Florida, right outside Orlando. So I've been down there for the last 5 months. It's nice. I really enjoy the fact that there's no snow or cold for the most part. I mean, some days get a bit chilly, but
I can imagine.
yeah.
It's like
I mean, like the 50s are terrible. but no, it's nice. I enjoy it. I'm only back for like 2 weeks, so it's a bit bittersweet. I kind of wish I was back for longer, but
well, it's
But I'm
alright.
back
You won't
down.
have to clean off the ice and defrost your car for too much longer.
yeah.
So, but welcome back. We're all really happy that you're back with us for this holiday season.
Me too.
What are some of the projects that you've been working on?
Oh, geez. Well, okay. So here's the thing. I've been slacking a bit.
I meant in school, not in like
Oh, in school.
not like personal projects.
Oh, okay. Let's see. So my classes are weird. Instead of like a normal semester, where you have like 4 classes or 5 classes for like the course of like 4 months, I have new classes every single month. So I have 2 classes a month for a whole month.
Okay.
And so the first month I had creative presentation, which was just PowerPoints, hella boring, snooze fest.
Yawnsers.
But then my second month I had, it's called VEM, which stands for Visual Entertainment Media something something something. It's a really long name. And so basically for that class we had to get into groups and like mock pitch ideas for different projects to like producers, which are our teachers. And so I got into a group, and originally we were pitching like a murder mystery TV show. It was kind of crappy. But then eventually we got some funding for the first project, and then we had a budget for the next one that we could do. And we decided to do a graphic novel. So we had to choose a pre-existing IP from the 90s and make a graphic novel. So we
Okay.
chose Steve Urkel, and we made a graphic novel about him becoming a war criminal.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
It was fun, just because, I mean, I kind of lucked out because, like, I was probably the best at Photoshop in my group. There were some other, like, good graphic designers, but just in general, I thought I had the best Photoshop skills, so we were all given different jobs. So basically my work that I just did for that class was make fake posters of, like, Steve Urkel on, like, soldiers and stuff, and like, him, like, running through the jungle and stuff like that.
Do we have a picture of that? Nah, just kidding. We
No,
didn't even plan
no.
this segment. Haha. Joke's on you guys.
But yeah, so that class was fun. And then I'm trying to think of other classes so then after I had visual storytelling, where we actually got into like different lab groups. And so we were given a script.
Yeah.
We were given a script where we had to record like a scene with like all the different angles and stuff, and everybody was given a different role. So there was a director, there was a producer, there was camera operator. I was a PA, aka water boy.
Water boy.
And
did you feel like Adam Sandler while you were doing the job?
I think all the other PAs were very jealous of me because I did the most work. Because like every other PA, because there was like 13 PAs, because there was a large group. And so everybody else would just kind of stand around, and then when somebody asked, "Can I get a PA to get water?" I was like, "Yep." And then I went about water for them out of my own pocket. So
out of your.
If you need a PA, hire me. I'm not gonna say I'll pay for out of my own pocket for stuff, but if I have to, I will.
That's how dedicated you are.
Yeah, and then in script writing techniques, which I took last month, it was mainly just writing scripts and it was mainly formatting scripts.
Okay.
It was less about the creative part of it, more about knowing how to actually write one, like to where if you give it to a producer, they won't immediately throw it in the trash upon looking at it.
So the scripts that we used to write, those are no-goes, right?
Well, they're not terrible. They're not formatted completely correctly, but they're not terrible. I remember I used to in high school write scripts in my notes, like in my notes app on my phone, and those were completely just terrible. All I would do is just write name and then lines a bunch of underneath. But like there's certain like things you can and can't include in action line, certain things you have to include in this, that, and the other thing. So it's a bit confusing, but now I know how to write a proper script. So the next time we can do a Christmas special, it will be the best it's ever been. On the topic of the Christmas special, though, like Jesse said, I also echo the sentiments that I'm very upset we couldn't make. What, did your thing die?
No, it's on. The clip fell off. Sorry, keep going.
He's breaking stuff.
I'll fix it. Don't worry.
But so I lost my train of thought. No, so yeah, so I'm very upset that we couldn't record it either. But there's a chance that if we have time, either today or maybe tomorrow, I was thinking we might re-release it, like the third one, but a sing-along edition. So we'll have the lyrics at the bottom for the songs, and we'll have like Jesse's head bounce on each word as it's sung.
Yeah, if you wanna keyframe that, go for it.
It depends if I really want to keyframe it or not.
Sorry, I'm like losing my voice out here. By the way, guys, I'm trying my best.
It's honestly kind of unprofessional. It's taking
it's bad. Like I was starting off the show so hot, and then like.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to me.
Well, how's
wait,
things
PA?
If I actually just left.
No, actually, please do leave it. Go. Yes, I want to test your PA skills.
Leave my mic on.
Mute his mic.
All right.
So, guys, we're actually gonna keep this timer on. Let's see how fast he can PA me some water. Thank you, Renee. I heard that. Don't worry. Guys, shout out to Renee for keeping us on schedule and on time all the time. She's great. Without her, we'd be going like 15 minutes over. That's no joke. I have to add about 5 seconds onto the end of it. 1, 3,
What
4.
was that shot? But yeah, we're back. But anyways,
25 minutes. 25 seconds. That's pretty good.
How's things been for you? Because you're out of college now.
I'm out of
How's
college.
life been? I know you talked about DoorDash with Noah, but
it's been an adjustment for sure.
I'm gonna raise this. I feel like I'm too.
No, you've been short this whole time. College. It's definitely an adjustment from college, being surrounded by like
adults,
being surrounded by like young adults your age, just every day, every moment, like constantly. Like, I mean, I love it personally. Which camera are we on? We're on 3, 2, 2,
3.
3?
Yeah.
That's a weird angle for 3.
3.
Yeah, and I miss being around like a lot of people there, a lot of my friends, and it was a hard adjustment for sure. Just coming back to, home and just having like Mac around once a week. And that was basically like all of my social interactions.
Right.
But it's been a really good time of like trying to figure out still what I want to do with the rest of my life, because my mom won't let me work here forever. Mom, if you're still watching at home, you're a trooper, just because you made it pretty far in this train wreck.
Right.
You
Please switch the. Okay, yeah, that's better.
you can always just move it instead of. Okay, now you gotta look at it. But, it's been I've been keeping busy,
Right.
keeping working a lot, putting a lot of work into this morning show to make it the best that it's been.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I
not
commend you.
not saying against you guys, but I'm just trying. We're all building
you're
building
just
blocks.
You're trying your best. You have to try to live up to the expectations that I left
Right.
before I left for Florida.
We're all just, we're all placing just bricks on top of this foundation that is Good Morning Wareham, We're all
Yeah.
just trying to make this the best show possible.
Eventually, it'll
And
be a
that's-
skyscraper.
Yeah, no hope. Eventually. Once Queen makes network TV and she takes us all with her,
Yeah,
then it'll be, then we know that we put the right blocks in place.
that's what I'm hoping for when I graduate. I'm gonna graduate, be jobless, and then hope that somebody that I know will hire me. So hey, if you need, you saw that water seal. If you need a PA or something like that to
That
get
was
me in
fast.
the door,
25 seconds.
call me.
I'd like to ask a question to Jason.
Yes, Noah. Is your mic
Please.
live?
Yes, it is. Can you please explain the
Okay.
history behind this picture?
Okay. So there was one night where me and Joey went out to, that's in Onset, and we went and we took a pic. We did some a photo shoot, and so basically I just found a lifeguard sign, and I have those really small glasses that I got from in Maine. And so, anyways, I found the lifeguard sign and sat down to take my picture. I got a couple of different angles, but I forget if it was right before I left or when. No, it was when we had that comedian come on. I forget what his name is. Shout out to the comedian that came on. And I placed it in the background, and it's been on the set ever since, I guess. Dude kind of made fun of me, the comedian, though. He said there was a picture from the 90s because I had a Radio Shack shirt on. But, what do you got against Radio Shack, dog? That's all I'm gonna
There's
say.
still some open.
Is there?
Maybe. Not here.
Yeah, I was going to say.
My dad bought everything from the Radio Shack here,
Right.
so they got nothing left.
Jesse, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Favorite Christmas movie is probably Elf.
Really?
I'm a big Will Ferrell fan,
Yeah.
big SNL guy. So I actually have never seen Elf until I was in college.
No.
Yeah, I held out on it for a long time. Actually, no, it was about junior or senior year of high school. I had a friend who just
Wow.
really pushed to get me to watch it, and I've watched it. It's one of the few movies I watch multiple times.
Right.
Like every year.
I think it's my number 2. My number 1 is Home Alone.
Home Alone, that's a good one.
Love me some Macaulay Culkin. Actually, Macaulay Culkin changed his middle name to Macaulay Culkin, so his full name is Macaulay Culkin.
Really?
Fun fact. Yeah.
He has a podcast too.
Yeah, I guess he's dating Brenda Song.
That's pretty hot.
Sure.
Noah,
it's just weird.
what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Yeah, Noah.
I think it's got to be It's a Wonderful Life.
The old one?
classic.
Yeah.
The
Why?
VeggieTales one?
Why?
Yeah.
All right, don't disrespect Jimmy Stewart like that, first of all. Second of all, it's one of those movies you can come back to each year and realize a little bit something inside of yourself has changed.
I don't want to.
That's true. The older you get, the more you understand.
I've never seen
Yeah.
it. So maybe I'm missing out. But I feel like it's a depressing movie.
It is, and it's a large part is depressing, but it wraps up good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like life. Like a lot of it is the downs, but you don't just get to skip through it,
Right. What are you guys' thoughts on Christmas Story?
Neutral.
I think it's also bad because it's not bad, but I don't like it because it's also a depressing movie. I feel like
Yeah, it's a sad movie for sure.
it's just like
but,
a little kid being a jerk, and,
yeah.
and then not getting anything that he wants.
Honestly, I've seen it enough times where I know what happened, but I don't remember anything from it.
Yeah, same.
Other than the tongue to the pole thing.
Yeah, same.
That's literally the only part anybody remembers anymore. 5 minutes. Thanks, Renee.
Thank you, Renee.
And of course, shout out to Andrew out there who's up picking up one of our friends from New York.
Yeah.
Die Hard is his favorite Christmas movie for sure. If not, it's probably his just favorite movie in general. So.
Probably.
And that's a Christmas movie too. It's some crazy stuff out there, man. Let me tell you. Hey, Noah, can you go
Right?
wide? You go wide and get out here.
Yeah.
How's he gonna talk? He doesn't have a mic.
Just wait.
Okay.
I got a plan. Don't worry. This is like if you guys have ever seen the Christine Roger Christmas special, this is exactly what it feels like. Where whoever's on
Come
camera
say a
has to
prayer.
just come
Come say
out.
a prayer.
Come say. Come
Where's
sing a song.
Where's Noah? Where's Noah?
No, get in the frame.
Yeah. You're still kind of too tall.
You're still too tall for this. All right, thank you. You can go back now.
No, I don't think I will.
I'm just kidding.
I don't think I will.
Guys, as we wind down on today's holiday extravaganza
Renee, you're going to have to
episode-
do the closing thing, unless Noah goes back inside.
Yeah, I might have to do the closing. We just want to say, Christmas and this holiday season is one of our favorite times of year, and we hope it is yours too. And I hope we can bring a smile to your face and laugh through our crazy hijinks and everything today. If I found out anything, it's I have a newfound respect for Queen and what she does. Of course, she has more videos to work with than we do. So if something goes wrong, she can just play another video.
She talks like 50% less than you did in this episode.
What can
no
I say?
offense, Queen, but you're not here, so I got to throw some jabs at you.
What can I say? I like to talk. I'm good at it too.
Yeah.
When my voice doesn't die. So, for everybody here at WCTV, yeah, now you actually have to run because I'm closing the show on you.
What's the thing, Noah? Is it this? Are you all right?
Is that it?
Yeah.
From WCTV, baby.
From WCTV, for Jason Ellis.
This isn't a gang sign, by the way.
For Noah Wumbolt, I've been Jesse Ruiz. Let's go to camera 4 for the closing. Thank you guys for watching. And
zooming in.
and we'll be right back in February with some live programming and throughout the month of January with some best of highlights. Guys, have a happy holiday season, and we'll see you next decade.